Hello from Bodrum. It's February and you can see the weather. It's our harvesting time of the citrus fruit around this area. Now, citrus fruit was not a native fruit here, but it came very early from India in 14th century. And since then, our cuisine has a lot of influences with this wonderful fruit family. We do have recipes that date back to 1400s. We see these recipes in our palace cookbooks. And today we're going to make some palace recipe jams with you. But now we're going to pick some bitter oranges. Now, bitter oranges are the main citrus fruit that all other citrus fruit is derived from. So today we are going to pick up bitter oranges here, and then we will pick up some grapefruit, and then we will go back to our kitchen to make a beautiful jam with this. Jam in our culture is very important. In every breakfast, we like to serve many different varieties of jams that include a lot of citrus jams as well. As you see, these are, they look like oranges, but they don't taste anything like oranges. They are very, very sour. You can use the juice of this fruit like you would use lemon juice. The grind is very similar to oranges, but that's why they're called bitter oranges. And every citrus fruit, as I said, is derived from this. You can turn this tree into a grapefruit tree, a lemon tree, a mandarin tree, whatever you like to. But we like to keep these because they have this very, very special aroma that you can use the rind of this in teas. And that's why we like to keep some of our trees as they're in their original form. So this is one of the trees that we keep, and we will make this jam out of these fruits. Okay, welcome to my house. We just picked our fruits from the vineyard where our restaurant is, and we came to my house. We're going to make some jam out of these bitter oranges and grapefruits with my mom, because I learned all of these citrus jam making from my mom. My father's favorite was the grapefruit jam, so we will always cook these jams together with your, it's a tradition in Turkey that you make all these traditional recipes with your family. It takes a lot of time. That's why we sit down, we chat, and that way we can still do this very time-consuming recipes. So welcome to my house. Okay, meet my mom, Ayla. I learned first jam making from her. My father loved the grapefruit jam, so she learned how to make it, and she started making it. Then I did a lot of research about it to find out who had this idea to put these citrus fruit skin on a thread and make a jam out of it. And I ended up in Ottoman palace kitchens in Istanbul in the 14th century. So this is such a long history. Okay, and our cuisine is really based on no waste. It's not like today's modern no waste or anything, but our nanny, right? Yeah. She would be very angry if we threw something in the bin. So we try to be very careful about using all the parts that we are using, so that we're not throwing away anything, right? So now what we will do is we will take out the zest of the bitter oranges now. This is very valuable. You can make so many different things with it. Today we will show you how we dry these and use them over salads or in cakes, right?
Yeah.
And we also make some liquor, right?
Liquor and pudding, and so on.
Yeah, in puddings. Okay, so this is what we do. I have a zester here, and I just go like this, push it hard, and take out the zest from here, like this. We're not going to do this with grapefruit because it's not as strong as these bitter oranges. In the old times, they would do this under the sun, right? They would just put it under the sun.
Let them dry,
yes, or they used to dry them in wood ovens after they were baking bread, and when the oven was cooling, they would put these in the oven and dry them. But now we have this great thing that's called air fryer. So I'll put it in the air fryer and I will dry these at 80 degrees Celsius for about 1 hour. Then we'll have a great dried bitter orange rind, right?
Yeah.
So I'll put it in the air fryer now. When we are making jam, usually in all of the jams we try to use the seeds because the seeds give a little thickness to the jam, so that's why I see that we have so many seeds in these bitter oranges. These fruits, we will juice them, but we will take out the seeds in a separate little bowl here. Because now I'm going to put some water on top of them and let them sit in the fridge. I'll just cover it with a stretch film, and then I'll keep them in the fridge for an overnight, and then the next day there will be sort of a jelly here, and that will give a little volume to our jam. So I'm taking out the seeds. They are very precious, and if you like, you can also plant them. We have here the juice of the fruits that we picked up and peeled. We will use these for the jam, and this is mandarin juice. It's not the juice of the fruits that we use. We like to use a little bit of mandarin juice with our jam because both of our fruits are sort of sour, so we need some sweetness to it, and mandarins in this season are very nice and very sweet, so we will add some mandarin juice to our jam. And the rind, you will need 600 grams of sugar. For each kilo of fruit, 600 grams of sugar. So we will use these a little bit later. Now we're going to string the zests that we've just peeled. Okay, we need a cooking string like this, and take a long piece like this, about a meter or so, and then we'll cut this. And then you need a needle. But this needle needs a sharp top here to go through the skin of the oranges. So here. Okay, so this is how we do it. Now we have a piece of the skin, so I will roll this and then go through the skin here to the top, and then push it down. Okay, so we made a necklace like this. Now it's time to tie this necklace. So that was why we left a little bit more rope on where we made the knot. So I'm going to tie this together like this. Yes, and then cut the string off. So one necklace is ready like that. Now we will do the same with the grapefruits, but with the grapefruits we're not going to zest them. And cut it. Okay, now we will boil these necklaces in water, boiling water, and then we'll change the water and then do it again. So minimum 3 times boiling, changing the water, and then boiling again and changing the water. 3 times. It's better to do it in 3 days rather than just doing it right after each other. You boil it, you let it sit on the side, let it cool, and then do it. So you can do it in the morning, in the evening, but you need to let it rest in that boiled water as much as you can, so that all the bitterness will go out. You can also put a piece of the skin of the oranges like this, cut 1 piece and put it in the boiling water to test if the bitterness is off or not. Okay, we have a big pot. You get the biggest pot you have in home and fill it with water. We need the most water you can put because we need to release this bitterness in the skin. So I'm just putting in the necklaces and they will boil here together, and then once they boil we are going to throw away this water and then fill it in with cold water again, let it sit there, cool down, and then keep changing it, as I said, minimum 3 times. Okay, now we're going to prepare the syrup of the jam. I have castor sugar here, and we will measure 5 cups of sugar. So 5 cups of sugar, and then we will use the juice that we have extracted from the fruits that we use, but before using it I would sieve them. So I have here the bitter orange juice. I'll add some grapefruit juice. And then I have the mandarin juice that we've extracted. And then the rest I will add water. So 7 cups of liquid. So I'll turn on the heat. Now to this syrup you can add some spicing. You don't have to do that, but I like adding a little clove and a little star anise. So some cloves here, star anise. Okay, when this boils for some time, then there's a foam that forms on top and the spices come up. So that's what we do. We take out the foam and the spices. So that we have a clear syrup. Now I'll soak these sweetened necklaces into the syrup. And these will cook in the syrup 3 times. We're going to boil this for about 15 minutes or so. Then we will shut this down and let it cool, and then do the same procedure 2 more times. And after that we can jar them. So that's how our jams are made. I'll show you how we serve them as well. Okay, we had these seeds in this plate in water. This is to thicken the jam. When in our last boiling, we're adding this jelly water from the seeds into the jam. Okay, after 3 days, we take the orange, bitter orange rinds from the necklace. We cut the thread out and take them out one by one, and then you would jar them just like you would jar any jam. We have jars like this, and we close the lid, and this can stay forever. Not forever, of course, but minimum 2 years. It can stay like this if you can properly jar the preserves. So this is how it's taken out. We can just cut this like this, and as I said, we like to serve this with ice cream or clotted cream, or on top of some desserts, or we can just eat it by coffee like this. Okay, so this is how the rinds came up from the air fryer, dried zest like this, and we put them in jars like that. Just close the lid, and we can keep this in our pantry for a long time. And we like to use this over our salads, over meat dishes like chicken or fish, or even you can just decorate your jam. Okay, thank you for coming to Turkey, to Bodrum, to our house, and watching our video making the jams. I hope you will try them and remember us, right, Mom?
Yes, and I hope you will enjoy the jam as we do.
Thank you.